la Nežo.
Kaj si mora? Daj neki, ki klicala policijo.
Svašta se govori o njej.
Kaj pa Brane?
Rečujemo se. Sem slišala, da prideta mala v Ljubljano. Misliš, da bi lahko mogoče mi dve bile skupaj?
Ona je konfliktna, jaz ne vem niti, kako bi jo to vprašal.
Would you agree that you paint the story out of very depressive place and situations?
Oh, well, you mentioned the depression, but I have to see it's definitely one of the most optimistic film in my opus. For me, cinema is always more about characters than about the story. And I think that both these half-sisters are, I just try to make them, to build them as real characters, as a real person, and I know many that kind of persons, so for me it's a film about real human beings, and that was my goal.
Your role of Nija, it's there to contrast Irina's character, but there is a fine line not to go too far, not to be too aggressive, not to be too different.
I think Damjan helped me here a lot, because when I started like to really act, you know, he was always like, no, just all the time he's really like, just everything I do, it's like, okay, just less. And this was here all the time, so I think he helped me with that, yeah. It's not hard to be aggressive, right? But just to be, yeah, about that line you're talking
balance.
about, yeah. So, yeah, I guess I find it, or what?
You seems to be angry and you seems to be disappointed. Don't you think so?
Yes, that's a good, I think that's a good definition of the sort of place that Irina is in currently. She is disappointed and she is a bit, I think, lost, because a period, an important period in her life is just ending, and now she finds herself in a hole, in a way, or in a vacuum of some sort. So this was, I think, a really nice contrast with this younger sister who comes on really hard and is really openly aggressive even sometimes. But because I think my character also has this similar aggression inside, but is keeping it hidden, or she tries to suffocate it inside herself. So I think that was a nice contrast between us.
This is the film about human relations only. Everything is generated out of characters, different characters. Is this something that fascinates you as an author all the time?
Oh, well, of course. I mean, if you are a filmmaker, you know, your main tools are people. I mean, we are talking stories about human beings, and of course I'm interested about all these vulnerability, all these human dilemmas, and I always try to put in all these characters part of my dilemmas, in part of my characters. So through the characters I always try to realize also something about myself.